friends, welcome back to your channel Learning More with Prerna friends. So friends, today we are going to see a new topic, that is Directive Principle of State Policy, DPSP. Okay, so before that, please do like, share and subscribe to your channel Learning More with Prerna friends. So friends, today we are going to see about Directive Principle of State Policy. So the first question is, what is Directive Principle of State Policy? It is just a guidelines to the government of our country to provide all the basic needs or to take care of their citizen in a proper way. So first thing what we are going to see about Directive Principle of State Policy is, it is written in the article 36 to 51. We have about in our article 36 to 51 we have about a Directive Principle of State Policy, which speaks about Directive Principle of State Policy, and it can be seen in the part 4. So first thing what we see in Directive Principle of State Policy is to provide the adequate livelihood to all the citizens. The government have to take care of its citizen by providing all the basic needs, that is food, shelter, education and clothing. So you can know that the government is providing rations to the people who are below poverty line. It is providing community houses to the poor people, and at the same time it is providing the basic education to all the people without any discrimination. So the government should support its citizen by providing the basic livelihood to all its citizens. The next point is prevent the community wealth to the private property. That means to say, many a times what happens, the government is privatizing each and everything, but the government does not want to privatize the supply of food, which is done by the government, by public sectors, public sector distribution, food public sector distribution. The government does not want to privatize this, and the government does not want to privatize the reservations which are given in the private or the government schools to all the students. So the government here wants to give the equal opportunity to all the people without any discrimination, and the government does not want to discriminate its citizens. And next we are going to see that government have next Directive Principle of State Policy says that it should provide equal pay to both men and women. It's Directive Principle of State Policy tells that we should not discriminate between the genders, between the gender, that is male and female, and we have to provide equal pay to equal pay to all the members for the equal work. And next we are going to see that if the government is trying to help the old or the sick or the weak people. As you all know, the government is giving subsidies, or the government is giving old age pensions, or the government is giving, for the weak people the government is giving the widow pensions. So government is trying to help its citizen by providing these type of, or by implementing these type of schemes, so that it the citizen should not be backward, or the citizen should not feel helpless. So the government of India is helping the citizens who are weak, poor or helpless. And next we are going to see it is trying to implement uniform civil code to all the people. That means to say it is trying to provide equal justice to all the people. The government of India is trying to provide equal laws to all its citizens without any discrimination on the basis of state, caste, gender, creed, anything. So the government wants to treat all its people or all its citizens equal. And next we are going to see the government is taken a system where the government is helping not only in the education sector, not only in the other sectors, but it is also helping in the health sector. As you all know, we have PHCs, that is primary health care centers, which are helping the pregnant women, that the infant or the infant child or the mothers to take care of their children. As you all know, they provide all the basic needs, or they provide medicines. They provide all these things to all its citizens without any discrimination. And next we are going to see the government is trying to protect the historical monuments. Protecting of historical monuments is one of the things which can be seen under directive principle of state policy, where the government wants to save the rich heritage of India without destroying the monuments of our country. And next we are going to see it is trying to protect the interest or the international peace of the people. So as you all know, we are dependent, none of us are independent, we all are dependent on each other. So we are not just dependent on the states, we are also dependent on the other countries. So the government always tries to maintain international peace between the countries. As you all know, for petroleum we all depend on the OPEC countries, right? Like that, the government wants to maintain a good relation with other countries, so that whenever there is need or whenever there is some emergency, those people can help us. And next we are going to see that the government is trying to establish gram panchayat, or the government have already established gram panchayat in all the villages. As you all know, the government wants to decentralize the power, right? Decentralizing means dividing the powers in the hands of the people. So in villages and all, we have panchayati system, panchayat raj, where the local people of that villages are given rights, or they are given authorities to rule themselves or to govern themselves. So the government wants to, and the government have already established gram panchayat in all the small villages in India. And next we can see the government is trying to encourage the rural development, especially the cottage industries and the small scale industries. So the first thing, the government is trying to improve the rural development, that is the villages should be developed, because most of our Indian population live in the village too. So the government is first trying to improve the village, and next it is trying to improve or develop the cottage and the small scale industries, because many people, because of many cottage or small scale industries cannot compete with the huge industries, so these industries are shutting down. So when they are shutting down, the people in the villages are migrating to cities. So the government wants to stop this or avoid this problem, and the government is trying to improve the small scale industries or the small scale cottage industries, and it is also providing loans to these industries called as micro loans. Okay, and next we are going to see it is also trying to develop the agriculture and the animal husbandry. As you all know, the rural people, most of them are dependent on agriculture. So the government wants to trying to improve the agriculture or develop the agriculture or improve the conditions of the farmers, so that they should not come out of doing farming. The government wants the people to involve themselves in the farming itself, so that it will help our country's growth. And next thing what we are going to see is the government is also trying to improve the animal husbandry. Animal husbandry is nothing but rearing the cattle. Okay, so the government is also trying the people in the village side to involve in such activities, so that they should not come to the urban or the cities. And next we are going to see that the government is trying to ensure the prohibition of liquor. I don't think so they are doing, but to some extent they are doing this. That means to say prohibiting of liquor, because as you all know, it is injurious to us, it is harmful for the health of the people. So the government is trying to avoid the consumption of liquor or supply of liquor to its citizens. And next we are going to see they are trying to develop the farming in the scientific method. See friends, many of the people in other countries who are doing farming, who are involved in farming, example we have Japan. Okay, in Japan, farmers who are the people who are involved in farming, example the farmers are the richest person there, because they have well developed equipments, or they have scientific methods where they are implementing in the agriculture. But in India, as you all know, still we are dependent on the old traditional way of doing agriculture, right? So the government wants to help the farmers by providing the modern and the scientific techniques, so that they can improve themselves. So these are the certain points or the guidelines which are given in our directive principle of state policy, that is DPSP of our country, where it is guidelines to the government. And according to me, this system or this directive principle of state policy is very helpful, because all the citizens are being treated on this directive principle of state policy. If you feel that this video was helpful for you, you can just like, share and subscribe to your channel Learning More with Prerna Friends. Thank you so